New intro, though. What you know? What you know? Couple pints pod. New intro, though. Hey, what you know? What you know?
This is
Talking conspiracies. Drink a couple beers with me. Maybe Colin too, because I'm spitting on the beat and I got that fire flow, just like we got and we the best podcast you ever heard for show. Like, hey, couple pints pod. Hey, couple pints pod.
Crack a brew and sit on back, baby.
Hey, your favorite podcast, couple pints pod.
Welcome back. Yeah.
Fucking butter dump bump bum and call me Finn, aka Ice T. That's the character's name of the show.
Okay.
It was a long day on set.
Oh, wow.
Anyway,
But he doesn't care because he's going to be floating through space
yeah, some
like
weird,
ice,
some weird Finn. Oh, you're referencing
being
Rick
a
and Morty.
comet.
I thought you meant
He was banished for not caring enough. Now he's here on Earth doing TV shows
Yeah.
because he doesn't care.
Yep. You done?
Ice T.
Okay, he's not done. You done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So last week's episode was electric. I'm hoping we
my
can
God.
keep that same energy. Dude, that's
Such
sick.
a good episode. Thank you so much, Nora, if you watch this one again. Thank you
I
so
hope he
much, man.
does.
Oh,
I hope he
man.
comes back soon. That being said,
You
I
know
guess
who we never even mentioned?
What?
I think Nora might have mentioned him a few times, but Young De Niro.
I shouted him out a couple times too.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I was saying when we were talking about that we listened to Lovely before.
Oh, that's
the
right. That's right. You
episode,
said it by Noriega and Young De Niro.
and I was talking about De Niro because I like had classes with
Mhm.
him and I kind of knew
That's
him.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for refreshing my
But
memory.
yeah, shouts out Norton De Niro.
Yeah. No. Big things.
I've been bumping that shit, dude.
So-
Safe Space is so good.
So fucking good, right?
Banger.
Safe space.
I listened to that song like 8 times today. Anyway,
I'll keep you safe.
that's not. They don't.
No, they don't sing that. That's just a. what
This
kind
is
of-
a safe space.
Well, I'm talking
No
about the
need to
chorus
save
of that,
face.
like high-pitched animated voice sort of deal.
What?
In the beginning.
Oh, yeah. I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
Yeah,
The fucking.
that gets me every time.
Dude, it's so fire.
Gets me
We'll just
every
play the
time.
first like I'm amped up on Nor now. Like I've always loved Nor, but like I have a new appreciation
Also,
for Nor.
have
dude.
you listened to Late October? Strictly with Young De Niro?
Yeah, fire.
Dude.
Wait, you mean this song? I mean this voice.
This one, yep. Yep.
All right. Anyway, enough of blowing Nor's fucking dick. We love you.
We'll get off now.
Let's jump into it. So it's not really conspiracy. You
No, this
probably
is a-
heard about it on Discovery
fact.
Channel,
It's a hard, stone cold fact.
but I don't know how factual it is. So that's why I want to talk about.
Well, it's real.
So what are we talking about? Well, what lead it in with what you wanted to talk about for the original thing and how we got where we are.
So the first thing
Because
I
this is
saw-
an old story.
Yeah, it's an old story. The first thing I saw was
Bro,
this
I'm already doing it.
volcano in
I'm
Norway.
already doing it.
You're already written it up. This volcano in Norway.
Oh yeah.
Scientists are saying it's getting ready to blow again.
Yeah.
Well, no, for the first time in the 21st century.
If you've seen The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, it blows up in that movie.
Yeah. So they're saying it's getting ready to do that, which led.
But
my
also,
train
it
of
turns out
thought-
the whole thing was in his imagination.
course.
Spoiler alert.
Whoa, great
Negative
movie
3, 2,
though.
1.
Amazing movie.
Amazing movie.
Very,
I have
very
it
good
on my
movie.
laptop for when I don't have Wi-Fi. I have Lone Survivor and Secret Life of
Oh,
Walter Mitty.
Such a good
Fire.
two movies.
Fire
man.
duo. Watched him in the Zurich airport, not in Germany, in Switzerland. Anyway,
Yeah.
continue.
Zurich.
And I ate chocolate.
And that led me to the supervolcano that's lying underneath Yellowstone National Park.
Ye
That
fucking hot,
scientists
baby.
say is real. It's saying it's the circumference of the fucking park, pretty much.
Which is spread across 4 states.
Yeah.
Some of the larger states.
So needless to say, they keep mentioning that it's due for an eruption.
Yeah.
Dude.
I remember when I was a kid, because I was like obsessed with Discovery Channel as like a
Oh, who
budding
wasn't?
preteen until today. But that came out like when we were in like middle school.
Yeah, no, they were. That's how long
Like
ago
that-
they've
yeah.
been saying it's due
So,
for an explosion.
I remember
It's
I
gonna
saw
go
that.
off.
and I literally like I didn't have like a panic attack or anything, but I remember when it ended, I came out of my bedroom and I was like, "Mom and Dad, we're gonna die."
I think I wake up every single morning thinking about that.
It terrified me as a kid, but also in that documentary, they're like, "Yeah, within the next 6 years, the whole world's gonna fucking die because Yellowstone volcano erupted." Now it's
Yeah,
now it's
if I'm
what
correct, they say if it does
15 years
erupt at
later.
half
No, we're not 30, but 10 years
something like
later.
that.
A decade later, nothing happened.
Yeah. Yeah, they say
But
if
I
it does
remember being
erupt, it's
shook
gonna
when I saw that
oh
shit.
my god, because what was it? Half the world's gonna be covered in ash. We're gonna
No,
go
the
into a new
whole
ice
world, the
age.
whole world. Like if that thing blows up, we're going into a new ice age and it will kill everyone except like the East Coast.
Bill Gates won't have to do anything. He's probably just gonna
Yeah.
set this thing off. That's
It'll
probably gonna
kill
be
him
his new
first, isn't he?
project.
Or is he based out of Seattle? I don't know where Bill
I don't
Gates
know. He's
lives.
probably gonna float
He
off into
started in
space with some
Seattle, so I'd
company.
assume he lives somewhere near there. But those are the first people who are dead.
No, he's gonna be in space. He's gonna be in some. He's no. But besides
He's
that,
probably already in space. That's why we don't know
but
where he lives.
the because every single thing you read that has any sort of biblical proportion about it has some sort of distinction event to it.
Yeah. Okay, I see where you're going.
So now, because they say early civilizations,
But also in those extinction events, and I feel like biblical is not the right term because every religious
that is
writing
true.
has an extinction event.
Yeah.
But in most of them, it's ridiculous shit like
Mm-hmm.
well, once again the Bible, but
The
like the
locusts.
seven
Something. Yeah.
horsemen of the is that from the Bible?
The sep. I don't think
The
the
seven
horsemen are
horsemen
from
of
the.
the apocalypse,
I don't think that is it.
or seven? It's like
Seven
over
dead
7 days, everyone dies or some shit. It's like plague, locusts, uh,
famine,
famine, death,
something
lots
like
of
that.
death.
Yeah, death after
But it's
death,
not a
death
super
on pile of
volcano
death.
laying under.
A very good tourist
Honestly,
attraction.
not a tourist. I was gonna say the most beautiful natural park in America.
Oh, it's fun. I've never been ever,
Neither have I, but
but
I've
I'm gonna say it's
watched a lot about it.
beautiful
It's
with the high
gorgeous.
def cameras that we have
It's where
nowadays.
the double rainbow video came from. You don't have to quote it.
I was getting so ready.
I know.
Oh,
Look at that, man.
oh my god.
But
I, I, I don't think it's ever gonna go off in our lifetime.
I hope not,
Knocking on wood right now. I really, 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 really hope.
because that would suck.
Oh my god.
Imagine COVID ends and the next day it
Oh,
explodes.
COVID's over. Everyone's released.
Everyone has one night of it's
That one night in
literally
June,
the
where
night
people
of
keep
their
saying,
lives.
whatever that day in June
Literally,
is.
literally
People are having
the night of
party
their lives.
X's. Party X's going everywhere.
Everyone's drinking and fucking and doing stuff not in their house
No,
without a
everyone's
mask on,
everywhere, and it's a
licking each
great
other's
time, and
fucking
you're
eyeballs and
grabbing
shit.
their plumbuses and
Yeah, just
rubbing the flea against
freaky
them
shit.
and all that.
And then you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning in New York to this like
Bum,
earthquake
bum,
type
bum, bum, bum,
rumble.
bum.
Go back to bed. I
Whoa.
don't sleep with my TV on, so there wouldn't be a
Whoa,
breaking
why?
news. No, everyone's phone would be like blowing
Well,
up
yeah,
with
because
news
the
alerts.
next thing you know is either you're gonna be asleep through it and you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be in watching a basketball game with Kobe, or you're gonna watch it all happen before your eyes.
I didn't get that joke. I was like, dude, yeah. R.I.P. Kobe. Yeah, that would suck, dude. That's the last thing people need. And like,
Laying your head
is
down on the
there
pillow, next thing you know, you're
is there
watching a
any
Michael
way
Jackson concert.
is there any way to like
Shimona.
drain it? Is that a dumb question?
I don't
Think
know.
of
How would you be able to drain a
think
super
of
volcano?
think of like a abscess or like a tumor or something, how they just like poke it in one place and suck a little bit out.
Yeah.
Like, could you do that with a super volcano? Well, what would you do with the lava?
Well, aren't
That
the-
was the stupidest
then
thing.
again, aren't
That
that the-
no,
isn't
that
that the
goes on record
geysers?
as the number one stupidest thing I've ever said on this podcast. The geysers only exist because of the heat under them.
So technically, isn't that draining it so it doesn't
No,
build
it's
up too
just
much?
there's like an underwater reservoir sitting on top of a super volcano, and that water is so hot it like ate through weak parts of Yellowstone Park, and now it erupts boiling, scalding hot water.
All I know is Earth, man, right?
Yeah, crazy place, dude.
Fucking
Crazy
Earth.
fucking place.
Giant rock hurtling through space with a bunch of people living on it who don't give a fuck.
That, as we said, as I think Nor said it, not we, but as someone said last episode, like this could just be an ant farm,
Could be.
and this could be some weird science experiment. And it's like, oh yeah, in the year 2021, the day after my experimental pandemic ends, I'm going to cover the entire thing in ash and kill off
Let's
most of it.
let's see who's the strongest
Could
out of
you
my
imagine living
creations.
in darkness? That's how thick the ash would be. Sunlight couldn't penetrate through it.
No. Everything would die.
And I remember my mom telling me about how when,
Hopefully you got survival skills.
oh baby, I got survival skills, dude. Oh
You got that motherfucking thing.
baby, I got
got the
survival
motherfucking
skills.
thing.
I used this shit to cut a fucking piece of paper out of a notebook today because I couldn't find the scissors. Anyway,
Beautiful.
I remember as a kid, my mom was telling me some mountain in like Washington or some shit
Mount Rainier?
erupted. Is Mount
Mount
Olympia?
Olympus?
Mount Olympus is from Greek mythology, unless that Mount is
No, I
Mount
thought
St. Helen in America.
I thought so.
Some volcano erupted out of nowhere in like the 80s or 90s. This is the most uneducated story ever, but something exploded. My uncle, her brother, works for IBM, and at that time he was like a
Irritable bowel movements, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he at that time he was a traveling salesman of irritable bowel movements, but she was telling me that he got stuck in like Georgia or one of those like middle states near Texas. Well, Georgia's nowhere near Texas, but
But
somewhere
somewhere down there.
somewhere down south somewhere, and he was stuck there for like a week because the ash was so thick that airplanes couldn't like
Oh
penetrate it
shit.
to get up to flying altitude.
Whoa.
So imagine a super volcano going off, bro.
Get out of my face.
If that didn't end the world, the
The
absolute economic crash of assuming it takes out
it's
a
taking
lot
out
of
everything.
technology.
It's getting rid of everything.
Airplanes are done. We remember that from the beginning of COVID when there was like the whole airline bailout because it was like helping to flunk the economy. It'd be a whole fucking shit show. I think if the actual volcano didn't kill us, that's what would kill us,
Mhm.
especially America. Because it would cover the whole world, but you could think or you could hope or imagine that like Africa or
Hopefully
like
something out there would survive.
Romania wouldn't be. It'd be dark, but
Russia.
they might survive.
Russia would survive.
Well, Russia's really big, and you got to think West Coast. That shockwave of a super volcano could travel the entire Pacific Ocean and possibly cause tsunamis, taking out most of the coast of China and Korea, North Korea, Japan, annihilate
So
Japan.
much to think about.
I think, yeah, some of Russia, Mongolia, Philippines, all those islands are done.
Wow. Let's just go back to Pangea.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Let's just get back to Pangea.
Let's just all
we just
get giant
hooks.
ropes.
Giant hooks with
yeah,
ropes.
and just everyone
dig it at
just-
least 1,000 feet down.
everyone in every country, wherever that rope is, just big tug of war, and pull us all back together.
Us all
That's smart.
right
That's
back.
smart. I like that idea.
I love that.
Yeah, let's get back to it, bro. Let's
Come
all
on.
come on. Let's all
Unity.
live together.
It's time for unity. Hey, you ready?
But if Pangea existed while this erupted, everyone would die.
That is true. Everyone's going out in a blaze of glory.
Am I ready? What's the timestamp we're at? Oh shit. Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey,
It's time for
Current events.
I have so much energy, sorry. That was the gay. I've broken two
shimmy
records.
shake. Shimmy
Two records
shake.
on this podcast. I said the dumbest thing I've ever said. And I also did the I don't want to say the
Most homoerotic thing?
no, just a I did dumb shit a lot. Um,
Which one do we want to start with?
let me get a beer and ponder it. Tell a joke or something.
Two dudes walk into a bar. Bartender looks at one of the guys and goes,
Okay,
"Why
that was
such a
quick.
long face?" Turns out it's a horse. Ha!
Your sarcastic laughter fuels me.
We only have
Every breath I take without your permission boosts my self-esteem.
yeah, we only have two this week. So we'll start with the cool one
Mm.
and then get to the one everyone's been waiting for.
Okay.
So, as of
We're sure you've seen it by now.
well, this was posted or it was trending 2 hours ago. SpaceX launched another spaceship today. They're working on the Starship SN series to get us to Mars. So they hold like 300 people plus hundreds of thousands of pounds of cargo.
A giant arc of people flying through the sky built out of metal.
Yeah, it's literally a 747 to get us to Mars.
Beautiful.
Um,
I love
so
it.
they've been working on prototypes. You've definitely seen them, the big
Mhm.
weird looking ones. So anyway, SpaceX's Starship SN-10 explodes after a successful takeoff, flip in the air, and landing. So I was watching some videos about this, and it's really cool. And we talk about Elon and SpaceX and space and all that shit all the time.
All
So
the
that's why I
fucking
wanted to
time.
touch on this. But in the video, it takes off, gets to a certain height, flips sideways,
Hey.
flies almost like a ship out of Star Wars,
Okay.
and then flips back like this and lands itself successfully, touches down, and then like 3 seconds go by and it just fucking explodes.
Hmm.
And SpaceX hasn't confirmed why, but I just thought once again, it's the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Okay.
Not ever.
Here.
Anytime SpaceX or Elon posts a video of some new prototype, it's the coolest shit I've ever seen. But like,
Here's a dark
it was
twist.
really sick.
Here's a dark twist.
What?
The reason it exploded. So it corrected itself perfectly without any imperfection.
Yeah.
But the public could not know that we have an autonomous rocket
So
with the capability of doing such things.
why would they live
Because
stream it,
so it looks
put
like a
it all over
mistake.
the internet?
So it looks like just some sort of mistake.
Someone didn't watch Elon Musk's second episode on Joe Rogan.
Hey, listen, I love Elon, and Elon, you're doing amazing things, man.
But also, you must not know jack dick diddly twat about rockets, bro.
I'm saying, I don't know. I don't think the world's ready for autonomous rockets. We don't even have autonomous cars.
We already have autonomous rockets.
Yeah, but unmanned
No,
with
the
people
fact
in
that
them, autonomous rockets.
yes, Elon Musk has been refueling.
Autopilot doesn't count.
That's autonomous fucking
I'm
rockets.
talking this
Unmanned
rocket,
rockets.
This no, I'm talking this rocket that they just designed was built with for the use of people to get to space. I'm saying
That doesn't mean there has to be a pilot.
okay, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Doesn't mean there has to be a pilot. Could be completely autonomous by itself.
He's been fueling the International Space Station with autonomous rockets for years now.
But do you think we're ready
All
for
the
cargo
Falcon
ship
series
autonomous?
rockets, he's just taking it, making it bigger. So once we're at Mars and there's a colony established, he can actually get people there instead of like 3 people at a time. That's the goal. It's like a very base model prototype. But what he was saying on Joe Rogan, because Joe asked him, like, why do all of your rockets explode? Like, how many billions of dollars have you wasted on nothing? And he said that in terms of space shit, some big word, that those are the most successful tests because once they run the diagnostics and they will release why that thing exploded, but this happened a couple hours ago. I'm sure by the time this episode comes out,
It
we'll
will be
know by
out.
the
Yeah,
why the
100%
rocket
will be
exploded.
out.
But once they run all the diagnostics, it could be something as simple as like a coolant line burst and then the rocket overheated and
The
exploded.
Levatic
Or
reactor.
it could be like once it touched down, one of the engines kept firing and that ignited the rest of the fuel. Or
Mm-hmm.
so he
The
was
engine
saying,
needs more. I
because
understand.
if you watched Apollo 13, something as small as an air filter can fuck everything up. Something as small as
It's
a
that simple.
screw that's too tight can fuck everything on a spaceship up. So
Hmm.
it's like, I don't think they're doing this to cover anything because they're publicizing the ever loving shit out of it. I just think it's really fucking cool that we're one step closer to actually having this be an existing mode of travel once space
That the
travel
public
exists.
knows about.
Yeah, we do. We wouldn't be talking about it if the
I'm just
public
making a
didn't know
joke
about it.
about how we always talk about. Well, I
We
always
were
talk
talking with
about.
Nor about the Galactic Federation, bro. This is one step closer to joining that shit.
Exactly.
Now are you on my side?
Well, dude, I've always been on your side about the Galactic fucking Federation.
Yeah, so tune in, bro.
You
This
know
is
what?
not there's no conspiracy behind this. It was a successful test. It did what it needed to do, and then for some reason blew up.
All
There's
right.
no conspiracy behind that.
All right.
I fucking
All
hate
right,
you.
Caillou.
This is gonna be our thumbnail again.
Shit!
And it's funny because I said we're even closer than when we're at my house, but now I'm noticing it's literally the same distance.
Dude, look at the camera and look. Put your arm back out. Look at the difference.
Wait, wait,
Look
wait.
at.
Let's make a certified thumbnail right now.
Okay.
Okay. Let's
So,
just we'll both just maybe I'll uppercut
so
you
we're
and then
thinking like the
oh like UFC.
like the UFC thing.
Do we look at the camera and like grimace or okay, perfect.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, I think it's sick.
Dude, hell yeah.
And it's like very current news. It was like 2 hours
It's
ago.
oh. May everything look as slim and dark right now, but I am so fucking excited for the future of rockets.
Yeah. And I mean, when it first started
Hard
happening,
time.
like we're going to Mars, I
Hard
was like,
times breeds good men.
hell yeah, bro. Think about the fucking Black Plague leading to the Renaissance.
We needed
and I
something
know,
like this to make
I
us
know
smarter.
COVID's not the Black Plague, but like it could lead to huge advancements in
Yeah.
all fields of society.
We needed to get better. And this is pushing us to another limit. All right.
Push it to the limit. Wait, don't transition yet. I have to pee. We'll cut this out.
Okay.
Action.
Dude, so I was watching the episode today where Goku fights Frieza in the blue Super Saiyan mode, and there was a part where Frieza was sending these energy blasts, and the whole entire time the voice actor was literally sitting in the booth going like this.
But also, I would love to see the actual physical script for that. Like it's like
Oh.
line and then parentheses, like
Scream at the top of your
like
lungs.
blue ball noises. No, whatever you just said.
Power up to your full
Or
potential.
or if it just says like parentheses, yeah, times like times 30 or whatever.
All right, so we want you to you need to give this character a yeah times 1,000. Okay, I'm talking like a car is coming through the room.
No,
and
the
you're
times
stopping it.
the times is like how many times they do it in a row.
So you're
Because if you look up the
yeah,
lyrics,
yeah, 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 yeah.
the best example I have is if you look up the lyrics to "Ass" by Big Sean, it just says "ass" times 22.
Ass,
Yeah, he says it 22 times. That's why that's a trash fucking song, and Big Sean's a fucking pussy until he got with Janae Aiko
Now
and
make
started
that
making good
motherfucking
music.
beat drop.
And he was good on Mercy remix. But anyway, what's our second current event?
Second current event. We're going down south right
We're
now.
going back to Tejas.
We're going back down Tejas, who they just fucking.
Should we say Texas properly? I feel like
Texas?
we
and
kind of
Mississippi
breezed
just
over that.
fucking opened
Not
up.
that I don't have faith in the minds of our followers, but Tejas means Texas.
There.
And they're fucking open.
Open.
And it's not that I'm this like pansy, like safe, not the song, the meme, safe space person. I just think for the sake of eventually reopening, that's not the best
Now I am on
method.
board with your thought process of it's not
My
the
only
best
my
method.
only concern, if all the states had closed borders, like if you couldn't leave New York,
Yeah.
if Texans
okay.
couldn't leave Texas, if Mississippians couldn't, whatever the fuck
Leave
they're
that
called,
Mississippi.
if hillbillies couldn't leave Mississippi,
Mm-mm.
it wouldn't be a big deal
Yeah.
to me. Because then it's like, okay, You have an outbreak in your state, but it's not going to spread.
Okay.
But for example, and we love all these people and
I see
idolize
where
all
you're
these
going with
people,
this. I
but
see.
if Brendan Schaub, he has shows coming up in San Antonio,
Yeah.
they're fully open. He goes down, gets COVID again, then spread, like, you know what I'm saying?
See,
Because now
that is
people,
true. Because
now
everyone's
people,
gonna go to
now
Texas
people
now.
are gonna flock to
Everyone's
Texas
gonna
and
go.
Mississippi, get, in theory, definitely get COVID because
If it goes by
they
how they say it
it's
goes,
not even we're 100% open but wear a mask. Like the state government is like, nah.
don't wear a fucking mask.
But it's also on the flip side,
You're right.
it's like the really shitty version of what New Zealand did because they just did a 4-month
True.
lockdown.
And they're fine. They're good. And
But
I understand that they want to open up and go full gung ho,
I
jerk each
understand
other
it.
off, and
I
have all the
understand
fun
it.
in the world.
When I was riding the
But they
bike
got to think about
when I was riding the bike around the city today,
giant picture.
all I was thinking was like, I can't wait for New York, like especially New York City, to get back to where it was.
Oh
And
yeah.
it slowly is. So I understand that just like, okay, fuck it, let's do it. And I can understand if we
Hmm.
reopen, we have a better chance of getting herd immunity. My only thing is people fucking travel, bro.
I know.
Every
Everyone.
single day I see kids from like high school or kids from college, like kids I know who I follow are just like vacationing because
Yeah. I mean, but then
you
again, our
have
guinea
money
pig
and there's
Florida
not
is
really
still doing
anything else to
okay.
do.
The guinea pig of the world, Florida, right now, they're still doing all right.
Yeah, they're not, but still,
They tested the waters first, and they're still coming out
it's
scot free,
just,
clean.
yeah, but people who I personally know, people who went there saying, like, oh, it's open, we're going to have the time of our lives. And all of them came back with COVID.
I mean, then again, I guess if you're willing to open up, that's 10,000%. That's a risk that you need to keep in the front of your head. So
But no, it's not even that. Like, okay, I willingly take a vacation to Texas. I get COVID again. I come back and I'm going to quarantine.
mm-hmm.
But I also personally know people who have had COVID
Who
and
aren't.
say, "Fuck that shit. I feel great. I'm living my life." Like, no, bro. I'm asymptomatic too. When I had it, I didn't nothing. I
Yeah,
felt great.
you still paid your dues.
I quarantined for 16 days
Still did
just
your
to make
dues.
sure. Then I tested twice before I came back to this apartment.
Very true.
But I know kids who say, nah, no symptoms. And everyone bases it off of taste and smell. That's like
Yeah, when
a
did that become the universal
small
standard of I
percentage
have
of
or
the
I don't have?
population have had that symptom.
Yeah.
Out of the 30 plus people I know who have had COVID, like maybe 10, possibly 15, which I know is makes it 50%, but still that's not 100%.
Nope.
So all I'm saying is my biggest not concern. I'm not concerned about it. I'm not going to like live my life
Yeah, I'm not.
differently
I'm
because
not.
of this.
No.
But my
I mean,
biggest
I'm
thing
kind
is
of happy
just,
for them.
yeah, no, good for them. I support it, but only if you're not going to let people leave the state.
Yeah, I'm 100% supportive of it if you keep track of it.
If you keep it there.
Because
But they
yeah,
just said, fuck it. Like, I feel like, especially after Ted Cruz flew to Cancun after what we talked about last time, the Texas state government was like, yeah, let's just get them all sick,
see,
kill them all. It's gonna be
oh,
okay.
all right, you ready? Here's my thought
And I
process.
understand it. Also,
I just had a
you have to
conspiracy
think. You
thought.
have to think state economies. You have to think people's well-being. All that other shit. My only concern is, I go to Texas tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there for God knows how long. I come back. I have COVID, and I'm one of those people who's like, "Fuck it, I feel great." Because now
Yeah,
I spent
yeah,
a couple days there, and now I have a Texas accent. Fuck it, I feel great, and then I'm just a
it's
super
gonna
spreader,
happen,
and then it gets really bad all over the country again.
dude. You know what just popped in my head as you were talking and saying all of that? W- the domino effect. Because obviously now there's going to be state
That's
governors
exactly
that
what
going to
it
do it.
is.
And you know what it made me
I was
think of?
gonna say the same
It
thing.
made me think of how everyone was boasting how Trump's going to lead us to World War III. But now, what if this is the final tipping point of.
I don't think this will lead to World War
So
III.
think about it.
I think Texas did it. 2 days later, Mississippi did it.
We have a bunch
I
of states that
guarantee
are
you by the
open,
end of the week, a
that are
majority of the Bible Belt South is going to be fully open.
yeah. So they have those states that are full gung ho. We're good to go. Everyone else is saying, or the portion of people who say fuck that, fuck you, you're insane, start even getting more. You're crazy. Why are you doing this? You're jeopardizing everything we've been working for. Now that
Yeah,
divides
exactly. That's
everything
how I'm
even
looking at it.
harder.
Like,
So now with the man we have running the helm, he
who's
is
also just been a fucking cocksucker.
exactly.
Like, I was not such a big fan. I'm not remotely political, especially on this podcast, but like I had some faith in the dude. And in the first, how long has it been? Month?
well, whatever it's been.
Just over a month and like let's say 2 weeks by the time this comes out. He has literally done the absolute opposite of every single promise he made during
Hey,
his campaign.
not shitting the bed is better than just shitting the bed, man. Okay? That's all I got to
He
say
didn't
about it.
shit the bed. He had a California King Tempur-Pedic, and he said, "No, give me a fucking California king size garbage bag full of human feces." Like he did way more than shit the bed. But
No.
anyway, we're not. That's
Yeah.
not what this is
That's the end
leading
of
to.
that.
Just my fear is, even if it's just Texas and Mississippi, I guarantee you, check Instagram, check whatever, people you know are going to travel there.
Oh, yeah.
Or Florida, like you said, but Florida is also not 100% open. You still have to wear a mask. I
That is
mean,
true. I guarantee they're soon to follow.
it's open. Yeah, I'd say Florida's like 80% open, which is still not that good.
Yeah.
But even at 80%, I know at least 5, 6, whatever, a handful of people who went to Miami, all got COVID, like,
Shit, it's good.
and they
It
still
fucking
have
happens.
kind of rules a
Yeah,
little bit.
that is true. So, I mean, should we do we want to end on any high note? Do we have any quotes to
Are we
give
just
people's time?
ripping it? That's it? That's all we have to say?
I was gonna say that's the end of our notes.
All right, guys, we got a very short third segment,
Boom.
and we're gonna fucking call it Happy Quotes of the Week.
Happy.
So my happy quote of the week is, pound a couple beers, get on a bike, and let the breeze tickle yo titties.
Ooh, Lord.
That made me smile. I didn't think that would make me smile as
Ooh.
much as it did.
Tickle your titties.
Tickle yo titties.
That's what got me.
Yo
The tickle your
titties.
titties got me so good.
What's your happy spreader quote of the week?
Step outside, look up at the sky. Let the warm sun just melt over your face. Anything you got going on today, it can wait. Give yourself some time and just appreciate how amazing you are.
That was way more motivating than mine.
But I like to tickle your
It was a good one. I thought you were gonna say let the sun tickle yo titties.
Oh, the sun is tickling my
Step
titties every
outside
day.
and let the sun tickle yo titties. That
Every
was
time
good.
I look up at the sun, all I
Both
hear
of
is
those
the
made me
Wolves intro.
substantially happier after talking about Tejas,
Yeah.
the forbidden land.
That forbidden fruit. Hey.
Wait, I got one more.
Ooh, give it to me.
Hammer this week.
Yeah.
Like a fucking, I don't know. That was terrible.
Oh.
We have this hammer.
In
Yeah.
in the words of the great
I
Joey
thought you were gonna
Diaz.
say in the name of the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit.
in the, oh, in the words words of the great Joey Diaz, namaste, cocksuckers. Get after it.
Grab your dirty nutsack and get a fucking espresso shot and get after it, baby.
Sniff your underballs and get after Monday.
These are, I'm sure if you went on his Twitter, these are
Those
all
are
actual
everything.
tweets.
I guarantee he said that shit.
Roll up a joint and jerk off.
It's Monday. No one's gonna do it for you.
All right, there's a lot of happy quotes in there. Pick one of them, live by it. Anyway,
This has
has been
been
a couple pints pod.
It's safe to say,
We're out.
deuces.
Later.